Whoa, buddy, I have got me a monster something on here. Well, hello, folks. Welcome to Fishing for Real. Today I'm out at J. Percy Priest Lake, up in one of the creek arms. We've had a lot of rain. The lake is at least 2 feet above summer pool now. I don't know what that's done to the crappie. The temperature is 59 degrees, 60 degrees. It fluctuates. That's not a bad temperature. The water's a little murkier than it has been. I'm hoping the crappie may be scattered out. They may be back out in the channel, and they may be up on the flats looking for a spawning point. Come along, I'm going to try some crankbaits and some double jig rigs. I'll put the details in my description. You can also look in my description for items that I use and recommend. I want to thank you again for coming along. If you get something out of this, please give it a like. Subscribe if you would. It means the world to me. Let's get going. One of the first rigs I'm going to put out, I got my bonehead tackle, underspin chartreuse with a dark pink, light pink, and chartreuse tube on it. Then up above that I got a white with a pink and white tube jig on it. I've caught fish on both of these. The bottom one here is one of my most productive out here. I'll troll these out behind the boat, see if I can pick up some crappie. All right, so I'm going to troll this Bandit 200 behind the boat. Since it's overcast, the water's a little murky, I'm going to go with the chartreuse. Got a little red on the throat here, green on the back. That ought to be a good color to pick something up in these conditions. Just going to troll it behind the boat, maybe 30 or 40 yards. Now this double jig rig right here, I have a T-knot tied in it. I could do a demo on that sometime. It kind of helps the droppers stay further apart. The jig heads are the same weight, so in order to help keep them apart, the top jig here, I've got a twister tail on it, which should provide more drag in the water than this tube jig on the bottom. So this should run a little deeper in the water column, and this should drag behind it a bit to help keep them separated. Okay, there's my stroller rig. I've got a 1/8 ounce jig up here and a heavier ounce jig on the bottom. I don't recall what size. It's just heavier. It should run a little deeper than this one because of the heavier jig head. Doing that so I can keep them spaced out in the water column. And of course it wouldn't be a complete spread without my Leland Lures crappie magnet with the little gold underspin and my slab hunter. There he is. All right, there's a fish. There's a fish. Sweet. What have I got here? Hey, little crappie. Well, look at there, little crappie up in here. Stop it. All right, come on that little pink and chartreuse tube jig. Man, those things don't catch much, do they? There's a little guy. There's a good little male, but he's a tiny fella. Go back and make some babies, guy. Whoa, buddy, I have got me a monster something on here. Great day. Good heavens. I don't know what this is. It is a monster crappie. Oh my word. Whoo-wee. Hook fell right out too. Dude, that was out here in the channel. Kinda. Would you look at that, dude? Would you look at that crappie? That is a nice white crappie right there. I mean, it hit good. Sure did fight strong. There's a fish. There's a fish. Good deal. Another fish. out here. Ooh, a jumping fish. What do we have? Little guy. Come on, guy. Come up here and see me. Look at this little fella up in here. That black crappie, little guy up in here. I'll let you go, man. Go make us some babies. There's a fish. Oh, there's a fish. Big fish, too. Looks like. All right. Man, fighting good, too. Gotta keep the pressure on. Yeah, ski him on here. Yeah. Come on, see me. There we go. Cool. I'll learn how to do this one of these days. I'll get this down. Well, I'll say, would you look at that? It fell right out of his mouth. Fell right out of his mouth. That's why they call them paper mouths, though. That was on that slab hunter. How about that? Heavy white headed jig on the bottom. Slab hunter. Good deal. Good sized white crappie. Very nice. Very, very nice. Oh, there's a fish. There's another nice fish. Another nice fish. Oh, fighting good too, man. Oh my goodness gracious. I can see what that was on the film tape later. This guy's fighting good, man. Oh boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Alright now. Come on up in here. There we go. I just want you to know that that's another nice fish on that slab hunter. How about that? Another nice fish on that slab hunter. There's one. There's another one. There's another one. Another one. And I bet it's going to be on that slab slayer. Alright, guys, I may have to put a white jig with a slab slayer on every rig I have, I reckon. Starting to look that way. Yep, I'll say. That's what it is. Alright, there's another white crappie. Fell to the 1/8 ounce jig head in a slab hunter. That heavier jig with that slab hunter is running deeper than these others. Now I'm in 10 feet of water. I'm picking up fish from, there's 2 feet, 6 feet, 5 feet, 7, 8 feet deep. Alright, not being one to argue with success, I've swapped out the tube jig and such, the small jig heads on my front 10-foot pole. I've put another one just like what's on my 8-foot pole here. A white jig and a slab hunter on the bottom. Little pink jig with a curl tail on the top. Boost my odds. Find out what's working and switch everything to that if you need to. Nothing wrong with it. There's a fish. There's a fish, I do believe. Yes, indeed, on that new jig I just tied on. Or a new combo I just put on, I should say. Yep. Nope. Get on that there. Caught him on that top one. How about that? That works too, huh? Alright. A little white crappie. There's a fish. There's a fish on my dropper rig. There we go. There we go. Hooked right in the corner of the mouth, just barely got him. It's on my kind of a single jig Kentucky rig. Sinker on the bottom, jig in the middle, jig a foot up the bottom. Keeps it down low. Black crappie. Nice fella too, huh? Let's get him back in the water. I got something on here. I don't know. There's something. Yep, I sure do. Here's a big fella. Oh yeah. See if I can swing him in here. Oh yeah, there we go. There's a little guy on the stroller. There's a little fella, little black crappie on the stroller. Let's get you going. Now there's a hit right there, fella. There's a fish. Oh boy, good grief. Oh my goodness gracious. I thought I was stuck on the bottom right there now. This must be a big one. Yeah. Little yellow bass. Yellow bass. Been up in here spawning, I guess. A pair of osprey. Oh, boy, there's something hit that. Serious? Oh my. Yeah. He's mad too. He ain't happy at all. Now is he? Come on up in here. There we go. Finally caught one on that underspin pink tube jig. Hadn't been producing as much for me today as some of the others. Nice white crappie, huh? That's a good guy. Let's get him back and let her make some babies. Is that a fish? Got a fish on? Yep. Picked it up. Just heavy. Yeah, come in here, fella. Let's see what we got here. Yep. All right, guy. Relax a minute. There you go. Got some algae on your fin there. He's a little guy. Looks like he's been caught a time or he beat up pretty bad. Little black crappie. Let's get him back in there. We'll make some babies, fella. Oh my goodness gracious, something hit that bandit with a purpose right there. Yeah. You wanted that bandit. Goodness gracious. What in the blazes? A catfish. Yeah, you got, oh man, somebody's been mean to this dude. That ain't nice at all. Cut off his okay fella, hold on. Somebody done cut off his fins. Look at that, guys. Well, channel cat, young channel cat. You can't tell me somebody didn't cut this dude's fins off. That ain't cool. Poor guy. I'll see you. Good luck, fella. There's a hit. There's a fish.
Yep.
There's a fish, I do believe. Yep. Little guy. Little fella. Man. Look at that little guy, would you? Oh boy. Little guy wants to get in on the action. Look at that dude. That's probably the smallest crappie I've ever caught, but I got another one. Gotta go, bye. Got another one. Oh man. Got a better one. Got a better one up here. And you watch, I've been out there in the bigger part of the creek fishing and not doing anything, and I should have been up here the whole time, huh? Yep. Ah. That don't surprise me. There's a little black crappie. I don't think he'll measure. If he does, he's still kind of small. Let's let him go. Get busy, fella. Whee! Something hit that float. Something's hitting the... There he is. There he is. I'll say, man, this is a nice one. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'd say they're up here on these beds, on these stake beds right now. Yeah, look at this guy. Yeah, buddy. Jigging under a float on the stake beds. Nice one. Nice one. Yeah, buddy. Time to start fishing the stake beds now, huh? Nice. Nice white crappie. Folks, I want to thank you for joining me today at Fishing for Real. Out here trolling for crappie. Got this one on a jig under a float. I appreciate everybody watching. I appreciate it anytime anybody wants to make a comment, give it a like, and subscribe. It means the world to me that people want to go along on these trips with me. I thank you for watching.